Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the question that I get a lot on the channel, and that is it worth visiting Thailand in the rainy season? And I can tell you that it is worth visiting Thailand in the rainy season. First, let's talk about when the rainy season is. So it normally starts in July and ends in October, the beginning of October. And that is the rainiest part of Thailand's year. Now, some of the benefits from being here during that time of year, well, the biggest benefit is going to be that it gets a lot cooler. Now, it's warm year-round here in Thailand, but in the rainy season, like today, when it rains, it really cools things off. So this is kind of how a normal day goes in the rainy season, is that you wake up, you get a beautiful day, clouds are just nice and puffy, you've got the blue sky, and then later on in the evening, you're gonna get a rainstorm, and then it goes away. And so you got the rest of the day to have fun at, and it really cools things down. The negative to that is that, as you can imagine, the humidity goes up, because obviously when you have rain, you have a lot of humidity. So humidity will be up, but it is still a great time if you don't want to sweat to death on your vacation here to Thailand. Another benefit to the rainy season, if you are wanting to visit any of the waterfalls, they're going to look way more spectacular when there's rain versus when the rain stops and the water flow is nothing. So I can tell you from making that mistake before at certain waterfalls, going on the non-rainy season, there's not a whole lot to see. So it is much more advantageous for you to visit it during the rainy season. Now, another good reason for visiting now in the rainy season is simply because there's less tourists. There's a lot less tourists. As a matter of fact, in September is going to be the slowest month of the year for tourism for Thailand. So just keep that in mind. If you don't want to deal with the big crowds and everything else that goes along with tourism, then you may want to come during the rainy season, because you can alleviate some of that. Now, the tourists are still here. They're just not out in the quantity that they are at other parts of the year. Also, it's cheaper during this time. Why is it cheaper? Well, because there's less tourists. So you can get hotels and other excursions and everything for a lower price. So if you want to come to Thailand and save some money, then you might want to come when all the other tourists aren't here. And that also gives you more room on the beaches. It gives you more room at all the tourist attractions because it's not so busy. So as you can see, coming in to visit Thailand during the rainy season isn't the worst thing at all. You're just looking at a little rain, just like now, a little part of the day. Now, one of the reasons I really like the rainy season is because it makes the sky full of dramatic clouds. It's just beautiful, and I really like it. It beats just, that blue sky when there's no clouds whatsoever. During the rainy season, the sky is always so beautiful, and it really adds to the beauty of Thailand. Also, everything is lush and green and blooming, and the grass is just super green. Everything's super green. So it's really a beautiful time to visit as well. Another advantage I would say there is for coming during the rainy season is that time of day that it rains, that makes you go inside and have to relax for a little while. Because if the weather was perfect the entire time you're here, you're probably just going to go and never relax. Just sit back, enjoy the coffee, the drinks, everything that's here in Thailand, and just chill and just enjoy the weather. Take a little time for your own relaxation. Now that I've told you some of the advantages of coming here during the rainy season, let's go over some of the disadvantages. Is if you're coming here for the beach and you're wanting to spend most of your time out there on the beach, obviously having rain in the forecast every day may not be too fun for you. But again, normally it doesn't rain all day, but you can have days that it rains all day, and I could see that really messing up a visit here to Thailand if you're wanting to do everything at the beach. Another thing to keep in mind that isn't good about the rainy season, this is an increased time for mosquitoes. So if mosquitoes are not your thing, and I can't imagine it being your thing, then this may not be the time of year for you to come here, because the mosquitoes do seem to reproduce more when they have small stagnant puddles to grow more offspring in. So I do see a lot more mosquitoes this time of year than when it's dry. Also, keep in mind, if you're going to rent a motorcycle, driving in the rain over here is not that much fun. It's doable, everybody does it, but it's not that much fun, I'll be quite honest with you. Getting stuck in a storm and you have to get back to wherever it is you're going to, so you have to drive through it, is not fun. There's no windshield wipers, as you can imagine, on a helmet, so the visibility stinks and the cars really don't mind whizzing past you really fast. And the other con I would say for the rainy season, if you plan on doing any excursions or anything that's out in the jungle areas, a lot of those roads are dirt. So whenever it rains, a lot of those roads get washed out either by a mudslide or the mud's just, it's impossible to get through some of those roads. Could you or should you visit Thailand in the rainy season? I would totally suggest you trying to do it. It just depends on your likes and what you plan on doing. So we do have some shout outs to give out to all of those who have contributed to the channel, either by Buy Me a Coffee, there's a link down in the description, the Super Thanks, the button down below that says thanks, or Patreon. So those people we'd like to thank are as followed. First, we'd like to thank on Super Thanks, Julie G, also Chilo O, and then Dennis C. And on Buy Me a Coffee, we have Raymond, Jeff M, Chilo O, and all we had our initials AB. Another one is Richard W, and Chantana. So thank you very much, everyone, for contributing to the channel. And until next time, Kap Kun Kap.